The doctor's voice was barely above a whisper. Put hidden cameras in your house. Today. He didn't elaborate. He didn't need to. His eyes carried the weight of something he couldn't say aloud, not with my niece sitting on the examination table between us. 2 years old, fragile, trusting. I nodded slowly, pretending calm, while inside my chest something cracked open. That night, I placed the cameras myself. One in the living room, one in the kitchen, one in the nursery. Small, silent eyes that would see what mine could not. The next day, I watched the recordings, and the world I thought I knew collapsed in silence. It started subtle, background noises, shadows shifting, then frames that made my throat tighten. My sister-in-law, smiling, warm, always so eager to help. She held my niece in her arms, not gently, not like family. Her grip was hard, her voice sharp, rehearsed, as if she was playing a role she hated. Hours later, another man entered the frame. Not my brother, not family, a stranger. He walked through my brother's house like it belonged to him, sat at the kitchen table, kissed her, and the baby cried in the background, ignored. Infidelity I could have dismissed as their burden, but this wasn't just betrayal of vows. This was neglect, deception wrapped in intimacy. My brother trusted her with his child. I had defended her countless times when whispers circled. Now I had evidence. Yet I couldn't bring myself to tell him, not immediately. I needed to be certain, because the heart wants denial before it accepts death. I gathered everything, quietly. Every day I reviewed the footage. More meetings, more embraces, conversations muttered in corners. Her phone lighting up with his name, always deleted minutes later. But there was more. My niece's cries stretching too long before comfort came. Bottles left unwashed, medicine skipped. Neglect masquerading as care. My brother worked long hours, blinded by exhaustion, convinced his wife was devoted. I watched him kiss her forehead in recordings, whispering gratitude. Meanwhile, her eyes drifted past him, already elsewhere. I copied the files, stored them on encrypted drives, created backups no one could erase. I followed the man, took photos, license plates, workplace details, built a profile with the patience of a soldier assembling a target map. I said nothing, not yet. Every word I swallowed burned, but truth requires precision. The day came when the picture was whole. I had gathered enough. Months of recordings, proof undeniable. I asked my brother to meet me, just the two of us. We sat in his car, engine off, silence pressing against the windows. I handed him the first file, a recording. His wife kissing another man while their child cried in the crib. He froze. No words. His eyes locked on the screen, wide, wet. I handed him the second file, a report, timestamps, dates, proof of neglect. "She's not who you think she is," I said quietly. His breath shook. His knuckles whitened against the steering wheel. He tried to speak, but nothing came out. I didn't touch him, didn't console. The truth didn't need comfort. It needed air, and now it had it. That night, he confronted her. I wasn't in the room, but I didn't need to be. I had set the trap, placed the truth in his hands. Later, he told me her face went pale, then red, then blank. Denials crumbled. Excuses failed. The other man's name slipped from her mouth, confirmation of everything. She broke down. He did not. He showed her the footage, the time-stamped neglect, the betrayal captured frame by frame. Her tears meant nothing. By the time I saw her again, her bags were packed. My brother's silence was absolute. She begged. He didn't answer. He simply opened the door. The child slept peacefully that night, for the first time in weeks. I reflect now, weeks later, and I feel nothing for her. No pity, no anger left to burn. Betrayal always reveals itself eventually. People think lies are strong, but they rot from within, softening until one touch caves them in. The doctor's warning had been the crack. The cameras had been the hammer, and I had delivered the final blow. My niece will never know the weight of what was uncovered. She won't remember the nights of neglect, the false smiles, the man who walked through her home like a ghost. That knowledge belongs to me, and I will carry it. Because the truth, once seen, cannot be unseen, and some truths are heavier than death.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and comment. Subscribe now to Cheating Stories Insight World for more amazing stories.